So business information is fundamental to helping us fight financial crime. As part of the regulatory requirements, we have to know your business, okay? So we have to feed the business information that we gather into what we call a customer risk assessment. And each attribute, each piece of information about a business affects that risk assessment score. So they'll either be low risk, medium risk or high risk. And depending on their risk level, depends on how we treat them as an organisation, and will dictate the level of diligence that we have to expend. So if, for example, we have a charity listed in our source systems, we have to validate that they are indeed a charity. So we would use, like, for example, Experian data, which will pull data from the charity registers to validate that the information we hold is correct and that they are listed on that charity's register. And the information in terms of who's involved in the charity's income, etc., that matches what the customer has told us as part of the onboarding process to make sure that nothing has changed. The business information has to be validated that it's accurate, that it's correct, and it's consistent with what the customer has told us, and that all feeds back into the risk score. The third-party data may tell us something different to what the company or the onboarding process has told us, and that's why it's very important to know what that customer is actually doing versus what they have potentially told us that they're doing. All of that information really, we need to be careful when we use it, and we need to be able to independently verify it to make sure that we're risk assessing the customer accurately. And that's why we need as much data as possible. And that data may be contradictory, and that's a good thing because it tells us it's something we need to look at in more detail. But we need those sources of data that tell us the information we need to identify whether that customer is indeed a low-risk customer, a medium-risk customer, or a high-risk customer. And the heart of that is the third-party data, and the data services that we're using from Experian.